Okay. Hi, Techno Rave. Hi, Archangel. Hi, Smile. Hi, Cairo. Hi, Error. Late. Yeah. I was preparing my water. Hi, Star. Oh my gosh. I was preparing my water. And my stomach was like, hey, fuck you. Go to the bathroom now. And I was like, really? So I had to go to the bathroom and I was just like, fuck, now I'm late. Shit. So it was like 9 and I'm like scrambling to put trackers on, just like, please, why? Guys, I'll be there. This needs to be the 3rd pin. Should have streamed while on the toilet. Hi, Feet Chan. Hi, Kodiak. No. Lind, stop. Me when the coffee tells me to shit myself. Sir, yes, sir. Basically. Alright. Let's find a cool spot in the deserted island to do our stretches in. I'm thinking just the base camp. That's where I'm headed. Hi, Glabble. Late toilet stream. This is not a toilet stream. I was 3 minutes late. Alright. Hi, Icy Fire. Yeah, right here. Okay. Auto level. Flying. Right there. I'm in the good spot. Right there. Then we'll do this camera while we're messing with cameras. The trick is, I line it up with my shoes back here. And then I go based on. Okay. Cameras are set up. You were so late today, I get to sleep and now have to go to work. That's not how it worked. Yulin caged the Sappy Cat. You think I'm gonna cage anybody? Mareve is currently dead. Leg cam. What does this say? Diarrhea stream pot. You guys are gross. What is wrong with all of you? I'm already at work. You hate to see it. Okay. Why is there no music here? Is there really no music at the fucking base camp? Whatever. Whoa. Hi, Siri. Speaking of breakover, take care, everyone. I hope it goes fast, Icy Fire. Let's start. Let's get through our stretches. There was one big thing of news yesterday, and it kind of just over-encompassed everything in the news. And because of this, I was fucking reaching for news stories. So I have a lot of like, here's a weird thing I saw on Reddit in my notes. But we'll get to that. The big thing was that I played a lot of Rabbit and Steel yesterday. That's what I spent all my time doing. As well as recording this video, which... Oh god, this video took a lot longer than I thought it would. It was Stone Talon Mountains in WoW. Which I don't think is a particularly big zone. It just has a lot of, like, sidewinding paths. Hi, Santa Marlin. I'm doing good. I'm a little tired. I've been up for... Well, I woke up at 6. I shouldn't be tired from just that. I feel like I got plenty of sleep. Once we start walking, though, we'll be good. You long. Did you eat? I did. I had one of my little Tupperwares of crackers. That was at midnight because I was very hungry at midnight. And then at 8, I had a burrito. So I'm like more than fed. What, eat? I had the white cheddar crackers this, like, way early this morning. And then the bean burrito. How's your stream going? It's just starting. I'm a little sad because I was 3 minutes late for the first time in like 2 months. Streak broken. Hi, Juice. But other than that, it's going great. Today's Thursday, right? I fell asleep in VR after the walk yesterday, right, guys? I woke up at, like, after 4 hours. It was literally like... Actually, today is Friday. Okay, smile. I was asleep in VR for 4 hours yesterday. By the way, do you play VRC on PC or headset? I am on a Vive Pro connected to my PC. So the Vive Pro is not a standalone. I am connected to PC. Streak maintained. He's always late. Hi, media. I liked the person you rated, media. It was like, oh, this person's cool. They're playing Rabbit and Steel. Yay, that's fun. Oh, they mentioned PSO. Now I like them more. Hi, Louie. So do you have a custom avatar? I do. This one is just mine. Are you about to ask for help with virtual reality? Vanish? Saying custom avatar brings me back to 2018. I still think most people don't have custom avatars, Skyro. Let me say that without yawning. I still think it's common. Like, most people don't have custom avatars. It's always, I like the person that media rated, never I like media. Oh my. Obviously I like you. That's why I'm always like, it's always a treat to see you. Why am I yawning so much? Gimme stretch, that's for winner. I've just been in the upper VR chat community so long, I'm desensitized to the majority. I mean, especially in, like, club worlds and whatnot, yes. Everyone there is going to have custom avatars. I get self-conscious when I go to, like, worlds like that. Because this avatar is very rough in some ways. So, actually, I don't want you coming in here and self-advertising your stuff. You're very polite to start. We'll do 30 minutes. But, yeah. I don't want you coming in here to say hi, just to plug your stuff. So, don't do that. I have a custom, but it's old and broken, so I just use public avatars. I haven't been in a public in probably 2-ish years. I I was in a public like 8 months ago on accident. I literally went to one and was like, oh, I didn't select invite plus or friends. Oops, and left. And like, other than that, I literally don't remember the last time I was in a public. Maybe it was a public when I joined on Telena at Just H Party. That might have been a public. I don't know. Oh, I used to love harassing people in Publix. Lemmy and Ewan. You can come in the VR chat world, global. Every time I get followed on Twitter, I get excited. But then their bio says digital artist. Open mic night was a PvP enabled zone. It really was. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. VR chat publics are dangerous. Definitely not stream safe. So, they're like unideal for a multitude of reasons, right? If you have a custom avatar, it's very likely going to be stolen in public. Even if you don't go to public, there's ways people can steal. But like, avatar rippers is, you know, common in publics. That's where you're going to find them. Who cares, LOL? For stream, I mean, people are just gonna do TOS stuff that's not good for stream, which could get you in trouble. So as a streamer, it's just like, nobody cares about rippers anymore. I will heavily disagree with you, Cairo. I'm of the opinion, and it sounds like you are as well, that like if somebody stole my avatar, I'd be like, I don't like this, but you know, whatever. It's not the end of my day. It's not the end of the world. But there's people who like, it's a lot more impactful to them, I guess. Where like, they literally feel violated if they have their avatar stolen. And so, people yank it, you probably have enough clout to where people just call you out for ripping. Problem with rippers is they sell the avatar. Yeah, it's not really like the person's gonna go around like, the person's not gonna go around wearing it themselves. Like, look at me, I'm whoops. Like, that's not the issue, Cairo. The problem is they're gonna go to a website and start selling it, or just make it freely available, and then 1,000 people will have your avatar. It's like once it's done, there's no going back. It's just out there, and for a lot of people, that's their signature. That's their like, that's their identity. It used to be, shit, well, it was the avatar ripping site. That got taken down. Now it's all in Discords. Hi, Wrath. Greetings, Ewan, the Shining Star. Yeah, I don't know if there's a website. It got taken down. I'm not sure if there's still, like, a main website, but, like, to think that there's no website where you can't get avatars that are ripped from people is ludicrous. It got taken down. I know the main one did. Yeah, it's so niche, it's no big deal, in my opinion. Again, Cairo, you and me, no big deal. To other people, it's like, it'll ruin their month. I remember someone mentioned they were putting a buy this avatar, you blank message inside their Avies whenever they went to Publix. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know someone, Cairo. When avatar ripping became a whole thing, I have no experience with anybody who cares at this point. I'd personally love to know examples. I know somebody, and I'm not going to name them. Hi, Zuvi. But when avatar ripping became a thing, they encrypted, like, every avatar. So, like, if you ripped their avatar with the common method, it would, like, jumble its polygons and make it look like a Missingno from Pokemon. Like, it just fucking destroyed the avatar if you tried using it from ripping with the common method. But not only that, they never went to Publix. They removed their entire friends list. They stopped getting on VR chat entirely. And it was just like, they did absolutely everything. They did so many backflips to never have their avatar stolen. And it's like, great, it never got stolen. You don't talk to your friends on VR chat anymore. You literally just had this thing that you enjoyed, VR chat, and you don't anymore. It's you killed it yourself. And I get that, like, you wanted to avoid it by having this avatar ripping thing, like you really didn't want that to happen to you, but like I'm again, Cairo, I'm of the same opinion of you, where it's like, if it happens, it sucks, but it's really not the big a deal. But there's people who it's the worst thing in the world for them. Seems like overkill. I agree, Zooey. I want a missing no avatar. I'm willing to bet they exist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, the music is bugging me. I thought this area had music. Why doesn't it have music? Anchor, local. Any actual community that's worth a shit instantly bans rippers anyway? I agree. Is it the whole map like this? Do I need to go back to the start? He's calling me out? I'm not calling you out, Juice. Alright, we're gonna do 3 minutes of planking in the town because the music is bugging me. Oh god. Well, I gotta click the thing. I don't steal avatars. I steal the people in the avatars. You're my wife now. Okay. Where is the camera? There. We'll do it at this viewpoint. I think I've done 4 squats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I heard a song recently, and it was perfectly in time with counting seconds, and I was like, what the hell? It was a very catchy song, and now I can't remember what it was. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, let's get our shitty fucking planks done. Okay. What are we at? 1920? So we'll go to 22:30 when I start in 5 seconds. A couple of my friends have had their stuff ripped, though, since they're big on the blue site. It always sucks. I've had a few friends. Leafeons has had her avatar stolen and put on the big site that got taken down. And I remember she was bummed out about that one, but I think she got over it pretty quickly. 30 seconds down. 50 seconds. 1 minute down. Oh god. I've never had my avatar stolen. Obviously, well, maybe not obviously. I don't really think my avatar is... I don't want to say worth stealing, but I don't think people want it. 1.5 minutes down. I feel like the clothes are very rough on this avatar. And the base itself is like... Well, people have probably already got that from other stuff. The Koranaku base. People can just recreate kit bashes. 2 minutes down. Yeah. If this was like a custom built, it'd be more desirable to steal. If this was like fully from scratch, no one had a base like this. 40 more seconds. People would want it more. 30 more seconds. It was funny with that guy earlier. I could like see him leading into the questions. 15 seconds. Yeah, I have 2 elevated bases, but right now I'm just running plain as Celestia. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ugh. I didn't see it coming, I'll have to learn. What was it? If I get up and look at his stuff, which... Oh my god. My fucking tracker keeps... It was, hey, how you doing? And I was like, alright. Somebody being familiar when it's like, I don't recognize them. Maybe they know what's up, right? And then, how's your stream going? The moment I saw that, I was like, okay. I am already on guard from that. You have custom avatar? That was like, That was when we're like, okay, it's fucking coming. And then there it was. By the way, I'm a digital artist. Sensei Yulin, teach me the ways. The giveaway is, how are you? The giveaway to me with this one was, how is your stream doing? When it's like... I mean, obviously people will be like, hey, how's stream going, right? You know, how's your day going? But just like asking specifically, how is the stream going? With nothing else, it's like, dude, you're here. Shouldn't you be able to, like, tell? Before they talked about custom avatar, it could have been someone using Twitch as Google. Honestly, kinda, yeah. Alright. We come over here. Here. And this is still in a good spot, right? No, it's not. It's like off angle. It's like directly behind me. Dang it. Remember earlier when I was like, here's the tech for how I line myself up. And then I was just wrong. Okay. Let's start walking. Stone Talon Mountains. This is one of the first areas I ever leveled in. Think I'll join in 30 minutes or so once my food is digested a bit? Hell yeah. I remember going here in Classic, but I don't remember anything from being here in Classic, but I know it was like I spent time here. My first like memory of this zone though, Burning Crusade had just come out. Well, I am like way off from where I normally. What the hell? Why am I fucking up the camera so much? There we go. Burning Crusade had just come out. My friend was leveling a Blood Elf Paladin. I'm leveling a Blood Elf Hunter. And he's like, hey, I'm gonna run ahead to the quest. And I was like, alright, I'll be there in a moment. And then he's like, shit, Yulin! Although I went by Saja at the time. There's Alliance! Oh god, help me! And I'm like, I'm on my way. And so I start running north. He's running south to me. Right, but I go, love y'all nerds. Good night, Smile. Sleep well. Thank you for staying up for me. I'm running north, he's running south. I see him come over this hill. And I'm like, oh good, you made it, you're alive. That's Stone Talon Mountains, right? That's the one, Bad Dong. He comes over this hill. And I'm like, oh good, you're alive, you lived. And then an arcane shot hits him in the back of the head and he dies. And 3 Alliance come up on the ridge and they see me and they're like, another one. And I'm like level 23. They're all like 15 to 18. Hi, honey. I kite the shit out of them. I think I got one in a frost trap. Scatter shot, another one. Kite the third, kill him. Kill the scatter shot one. Run down the last one. Basically 1v3. Now, they used a lot of their cooldowns on my friend. But it was like a 1v3 moment I did. And I remember just like, fucking hell yeah! I'm a god! And... I need a drink. Avenged? I think we also griefed them a little bit. They would res, and we made sure to kill them each like one more time. My headset isn't connecting to my fridge. Can you please help me? No. You're not wrong. The amount of people I've banned that said, how are you? In a way that gave weird vibes as sounding. Well, you're not banning them just for that, right? It's like, they start with how are you? Then they say something bannable. And you're just like, oh, they started with how are you? Hopefully, somebody isn't coming into like, no, but there's a pattern. Exactly. Okay, good, good. I feel like Spacefish would like freak out. She's like, you're banning people for just saying, how are you? Error, no. Nostalgic. Classic hunters were deadly in Classic World PvP. I was honestly a shit player back then. I don't think I was ever like a real threat as a hunter, but I was able to outplay these 3. No, but there's a pattern, Classic Hunters. But the how are you gives it off usually, yeah. Especially, so if it's in Discord DMs, if I see how are you or hey, I'm immediately like, this is gonna be a bot. That's something a how are youer would say? Oh my god. Alright, I'm looking over my stories real quick. There's a game that kind of makes me think of Cairo when I see it. And we talked about it a few weeks ago, but it's called Questmaster. And it's kind of like Super Mario Maker, but instead of Super Mario levels, it's more like Legend of Zelda 1 stages. So it's literally like a dungeon builder, where you're building dungeons like Legend of Zelda 2D dungeons, and then you and friends can go through them. It looks really cute. I don't know why. I see this and it just makes me think of Cairo. I think because Cairo has played every fucking game under the sun, I'm just like, oh, Cairo would probably love this. But yeah, they had, the reason I'm bringing it up, though, is because they had their early access launch trailer. I think you can play the game in early access now. I think. I'm not 100% sure on that. I didn't play, like, any WoW yesterday. I told myself, I've got the warrior to max level now. I'm going to do dailies on it every day. And when I do my 3 dailies, then I will level the druid. Yeah, that's not been happening. Very good, continue doing that. Good lord. Zuvi, we've pillaged your house. Your enchanting table, gone. Your crops, gone. Your horse, drawn and quartered. We killed it and put its head on hung it by a rope under the gate as an example of what happens to ne'er-do-wells. Why would you kill the horse? It was already dead. Yeah, so it doesn't mean anything if we kill it. He's already dead, so, like, we can't do anything worse to it. No. Violet just took your horse. It is now at Violet's house. Your yawns are killing me because they're making me yawn. Now I'm tired. I'm so sorry, Badong. I'm gonna do that a lot. Your PP gone. I want a waifu cup with Euland on it. Gamer sub of G Fuel. Please, I beg you. Maybe someday. Yet I literally can't put flowers on Euland lawn. Yes, that is how it works, Juice. That's called consent. I don't want people putting flowers on my lawn. And I fucking let them get away with it anyway. And Zuvi was like, you can take everything from my house. So Violet did. You could have used it as a walled farm. I'm pretty sure that's what Violet is doing. I don't think she's, like, torn it apart or anything. I'm pretty sure she's just repurposing it for her own uses. I don't know. Your enchanting table was the one I used the most. And I went over there yesterday to use it, and it was fucking gone. And I was like, what? Oh, no. And then, I want to make sure I understand this correctly. Let's say I have a diamond pickaxe. Or in my case, a diamond axe. I didn't consent to that bridge. Yeah, but that's not in your yard. You don't own the lake. If I literally have a fence around my house, that is very clearly my space, Juice. What was I gonna say? My foot drifting? I think it's drifting. The enchanting table. The enchanting table. I almost forgot. I want mending on my diamond axe. To do that, it has to be the level 3, right? The flowers weren't in the fence. That was my example, Juice. There are 2 flowers inside my fence. Yes, you can enchant the axe and then anvil it for more enchants. Okay, so what I should be doing is... Mending is not from the enchanting table? Oh god, well that fucking explains it. I want mending on my axe. Do I have to get that from trades? This tracker's fucking up. Mending is a treasure enchant? So I have to get that from trades or fishing? That's annoying. What was the speed there? 2.5, okay. And also found on tools and treasure loot tables. Okay, so basically, an axe, per se, can have 2 enchants on it, right? And you can get 1 from the table, and then the other needs to apply from a treasure? I thought you had to find them in a fortress or dungeon? Or a swamp master librarian? Didn't know about the fishing? An axe can technically have 25 enchants. Oh. I thought there was a limit to like 2 or 3 things. How the fuck are you putting more enchants on stuff? What I wanted was a diamond axe with mending for my tree farms. But if mending is going to be that much of a pain, and there's 2 iron farms next to me, I might just say fuck it and make a ton of iron axes and just put like Unbreakable 3 on all of them. And that just sounds like less hassle. I'd like to have just the one axe that works, but a usual axe in survival would max at 5. You anvil it again for more? I thought the anvil removes the, oh no, it's the grinder, isn't it? The limit to combining in an anvil is work cost. Okay, so let's say I have a diamond axe. And I go enchant Unbreakable 3 on it. Would I then go to the anvil and I would get another diamond axe and get a different enchant and then mash those 2 together to have a mithril pickaxe with 2 enchants? Is that how it works? I don't know why I struggle to understand enchanting so much. I feel like it's probably not that complicated of a system. And every time I like learn stuff about it, I'm just like, brain fry. Holy cow, we're already at 0.6 miles. I feel like we've been walking for 2 minutes. Say you found a Sharpness 5 book. If you also took enough Sharpness 1 books to combine into Sharp 5 books. Since work cost increases with every combining, the combined Sharp 5 book would cost more levels, and at some point would be too expensive and be unable to be combined. You can combine same tools and enchanted books on the tools. The enchants will combine. Okay. So I couldn't combine a diamond axe and an iron axe. But if I have an iron axe with one enchant, and a different iron axe with a different enchant, combining them will merge their durability together. So if one was at 10% and one was at 70%, the durability of the new axe would be 80, right? Okay. And then it would also just have both of the enchants that both of them had. If they have the same enchant, I don't get some extra enchant. I just have the one enchant, right? Note that some enchants are mutually exclusive. Okay. Yeah, so I think with bows, mending and infinity were exclusive. If they have the same enchant, they will be upgraded. Okay, so Unbreaking 2 and Unbreaking 2 would go to Unbreaking 3. That's neat. So, okay, potentially, let's say I do this iron axe thing. And I just keep this iron axe that's, like, goated. It's got, like, 4 or 5 enchants on it. This thing is fucking nice. But, like, it doesn't have mending. So every time it gets down to, like, let's say 5% durability, I merge it in the anvil with a fresh iron axe to basically preserve all of its enchants. But because I keep doing that, the cost of doing it is going to get higher and higher, right? Eventually, it's going to be just not worth the effort to preserve this original axe with all these enchants. Am I understanding that right? I didn't do too much on Minecraft yesterday. I started my bridge. I ran out of spruce logs. I need to get a lot more spruce. Because I'm using spruce for the pillars. And then I think oak for just the standard, like, planks of the boards. Work cost should only increase with enchanted items? Well, hang on. This is an enchanted iron axe, though, right? If it was like... I guess I'm asking, like, yes or no. In this situation of having an iron axe, that, let's say I put Unbreakable 3 on it. And then I put, I don't know, efficiency on another axe. And I merge those together. And I use this until it's at 5%. And then I get another iron axe. And, I put another enchant on it. So it's got Unbreakable. It's got efficiency. Let's say I put, I don't know, Fortune. I don't even know if that can be on an axe. And I merge those. I use that to repair the 5% Unbreakable and efficiency axe. Now I have an iron axe with Unbreakable, efficiency, and fortune. If I just wanted to keep repairing this by merging it with stuff in the anvil, it's going to become more expensive to repair it every time, right? Or am I just totally wrong on that? I lost one. Look at these cute nerds talking about nerd shit. Stone Talon had like 5 to 6 towns in it for each faction. So like most of them don't even have inns to rest at. I never repair an anvil, give me 5 mins. Okay, if you're gonna test it, thank you. I appreciate that. Because I've been like... I got a diamond axe. And I got it down to... I've been like not putting anything on it because I was like, oh, I don't want to put any enchants on it because I want to wait for mending. But I like got to level 50 yesterday with Fradel's farm. And I was trying to get mending. I kept refreshing the table by enchanting like lesser stuff with like things that cost 1 level. And I never saw mending. I'm learning now because you can't get mending that way. Oops. But this diamond axe is sitting at like 5%. And if I have to go through the effort of like trading for mending, then I'm like, holy shit, we have 2 iron farms. I'd rather just make a new iron axe every now and then, like, and if I'm enchanting the shit out of them with things like Unbreaking, they're gonna be fine. And if I could just repair it easily, well, sticks I'm in no need for sticks. With sticks because of all the trees I'm cutting down, I just have like 200 or 300 sticks. And we've got the iron farm, so it's like, oh, I can just go grab a bunch of iron easily. Note that the cost of repair will increase with the work cost order that the tool was enchanted in. Okay, so I couldn't like have a super mega iron axe and keep that forever by just constantly repairing it in the anvil. Eventually it will be too expensive to repair. Still, that seems a lot more... I don't want to say more manageable. That seems fairly easy to deal... That seems easier to deal with than getting mending. But I'm seeing nothing that makes it so just repairing increases the cost. Okay. No, Yulin. Putting an enchanted axe would not increase the cost. Okay. So I could get, like, this Turbo Omega enchanted iron axe. And then just, anytime it gets down to 5%, just make an iron axe, smash them together, and that's going to be the same cost every time. Note, the axe being enchanted is what increased the cost. Okay. Well, Pog. That's what we're doing next in Minecraft, then. Unless somebody donates a mending book. At which point, we're going to keep our diamond axe. But, I don't expect anybody to donate mending. Euland East, please. There's a village east, right? It's the village down the hill from Senril's house? What am I doing there? No one has gone east and entered my trading hall? What am I gonna do there, Juice? They're gonna ask for, like, a mending book for, like, 30 emeralds. I don't have emeralds. I made it for the server and... Juice, I don't know how to use villagers at all. That's why I'm sitting here like, oh, fuck mending. It'll be way easier to make iron. If you want me to do stuff, you have to teach me to do it. I have minimum cost emeralds and chests. Iron in chest, 6 mending books in the chest. Minimum cost mending? Pixel! That's who I wanted to see while we're talking about Minecraft. So I went to your house yesterday, Pixel. It's a very lovely lighthouse. It doesn't have a light yet, but the tower you have going on, I like its structure. I do, it's a very pretty thing. We need to talk about your mine. We need to talk about your very elegant cobblestone steps down to Checkpoint Alpha. What the fuck? I'm late to work, Lamau, by 30 minutes, and now I have a meeting? Oh, God. I don't know if Pixel could stay around for this. He has a Checkpoint Alpha in his mines, and there's nothing there. He, like, very elegantly mined out 100 steps down into a cave. It's a beautiful view of the cave. And then just went nowhere. Checkpoint Alpha, and then nothing. And I'm like, I don't understand this. I literally just don't understand this. Why do you set up checkpoints before needing checkpoints? Like, it ends at Checkpoint Alpha. I don't get it. He doesn't have time to finish it all at once, and he's getting mad. To me, it's like, dig out the tunnel. And then it's like, okay, this has gotten long. Let's put Checkpoint Alpha with a crafting table. Let's put Checkpoint Beta. And then Checkpoint Gamma at the very end. Then we'll start digging out more and add more checkpoints. He literally, it's like he's done this before, right? It's like he's dug a big tunnel and been like, oh man, checkpoints would be really good. And so, having that past experience, he's like, right, we've gone this far, let's put Checkpoint Alpha. And then left and didn't come back to it. I just want to know. I just want to know what was going through with the logic there. What about Delta and Sigma? I mean, he could go with those. Obviously, it's Alpha Beta. Sigma would be next, right? Sigma would probably be the third one. I don't know, I said Gamma. He doesn't have time to finish it all at once and he's getting mad. I'm not mad. I just find it really fun drilling Pixel for his logic. And typically he laughs at it, so I don't think it upsets him. Oh, I have a funny story for you guys. I have two funny stories. So yesterday, my mom had one of her friends over. Her friend and, like, two of their cousins. I'm so upset right now. Put on the office lady outfit so I can dish out corporate punishment. I'm gonna ride the elevator. I was so happy with how well this timed. I was so happy with how well this elevator timed. Did not plan for it. Lost one. Lost one, we got one for ya. Pixel, you're probably getting ready for your meeting. But can you explain Checkpoint Alpha to me? I does have to know. But anyway, so my mom has a friend of hers come over. Her friend has, like, two cousins with them also, but I'm probably never going to see them again in my life. I have no idea what Checkpoint Alpha is. Is it pronounced gift or GIF? GIF, with no T. Pixel, you made Checkpoint Alpha. You have your lighthouse, your house in Minecraft. You go down the stairs into the cave where you started mining, and then you have Checkpoint Alpha with a crafting table. What do you mean you have no idea what Checkpoint Alpha is? You made it. It's in your house in the middle of nowhere. Oh, it's just a funny inside joke reference for my other friend group. I got there, I saw Checkpoint Alpha Pixel, and I was like, damn. Pixel is fucking, like, organized. He's got checkpoints? This is clean. And then I took 10 more steps and there was a wall. And I was like, it's the end? What the fuck? What is going through his head? I was so confused, Pixel. My mom's friend comes over. And she'd seen me like a year or two ago. And my mom has been bragging to everybody that, like, Yulin's lost 70 pounds. Yulin's, you know, done all this weight loss. And so this friend was like, I gotta see Yulin. And so I saw them yesterday. And she was like, oh my god, you look great. Good job. And I was like, hey, thanks. Interactions like that are going to my head. Because anytime somebody's like, whoa, last time I saw you, I expect them to comment on the weight. BRB also Poggy found my house, so the stairs are along the wall now. When I went to dinner with my parents on Tuesday, we went to a restaurant. I love the Smoogle. Oh my god. And the owner of the restaurant is really good friends with my parents. And so I was there and he was like, hey, Yulin, haven't seen you in a while. The last time I saw you, and I'm thinking, ah, yes, he's going to comment on my weight and how good I've done and how inspirational it is how much I've lost. And this guy just goes, the last time I saw you, Yulin, you had long hair down to here. Oh. Yes, I suppose I did have long hair then. Thank you. Hi, Monkey Monk. It was a moment of my ego getting ahead of me. And being like, oh, right. I also had long hair a while ago, didn't I? Man, all of my stories are like... They're just Nothing Burger Reddit stories. I saw this on Reddit, guys. Anyway. I think it was Bits posted it in the Discord. But North Korea sent like 100 balloons of manure to South Korea. Excuse me. Okay, you've been trolled. Thank you, Juice. Free manure, Yulin fat ass fucking head. I wouldn't use that manure for anything. I wouldn't be like, oh goody, let's put this in the garden. I would just not trust it. North Korea is so fucking weird. They do stuff like this, and it just seems so childish. It's all gone to his head. North Korea just, like, pranks the nearby countries in ways that just seem like life-ruining for some people, but also just so childish and petty. Like, the whole stations for, like, the border, where, like, they'll just grab guards from the other side and pull them in. So, like, if you're a South Korean guard, anytime you interact with the North Korean guards, where, like, you have to give them a parcel or something, you have a harness on, and your buddies are literally, like, holding onto the harness to pull you back. Because there have been instances where, like, the North Korean guards will just grab you and kidnap you. And it's like, what are you gonna do? You gonna go to war with us? We've got your guy now. It's like, what the fuck? I mean, they literally have nothing better to do. North Korea is such a tragic state because, like, their dictatorship is horrible. They have the internment camps where, as I understand it, you can go to prison for, like, your father's and grandfather's sins. Their education is very indoctrinating. It's very much the rest of the world is evil, you're safe here, praise supreme leader. No internet. But, like, if they knew their conditions, it'd be nice if there was a coup. It'd be nice if they just revolted and fixed their situation. But the government of North Korea has such a stranglehold on their people. What are you gonna do? They don't know they don't know they don't know how bad they have it, and it's just it sucks. We're at 1.5 miles. We're cruising. I played a lot of Rabbit and Steel yesterday. I played with Proxy, Sleepy, and Safi. Safi has cleared Lunar solo. Proxy and Sleepy have come... I don't think they've come close to clearing Lunar, but they do well. They've made progress in Lunar, and they've cleared hard on, like, every character. They don't even know how many times. So then there's me, having never cleared hard, just like, oh, I'm gonna be the fucking freight getting hard carried, because I'm gonna be dead weight compared to everybody. Shit. Which is exactly what it felt like the whole time. I was just fucking... Oh, God. I felt like I did good the first 3 matches. I haven't cleared normal yet. I get confident, and I'm like, I've cleared normal a few times. I'm good. Solo and co-op, I've cleared normal. So, like... I'm pretty good for this. And then I'll, like, go into the Church Mouse streets or something and fucking die, and I'm like, oh... I am not as good as I thought. I just had a big head. Huh. Normal... There's a few stages that still fucking humble me. Yesterday... I felt like I did really good the first 3 rounds. I felt like I was getting hit a lot and dying a lot. But I was, like, right there with Sleepies on damage. The first 3 rounds, I did, like, 1 round as an Ancient. I eventually picked it up as Druid. And then, I don't think I did too high DPS on my Defender, but I played something else where, like, my damage was good. But then, like, after the first initial rounds, I just, like, my brain just shut off and checked out. And I was just like, God... I'm just dying a lot, and shit damage even when I don't die. There's these, when I look up at the sun in this VR chat world, there's these little, like, lens flares. And I keep seeing this, like, very edge... white circle lens flare. And it would just show up in the middle of my screen. I was like, what the fuck was that? I finally just figured out what it was after an hour of walking. I have cleared normal. What characters have I cleared it on? I'm pretty sure I've cleared it on Druid. And maybe Ancient. Oh, Flare. Yes. I was wondering what a lens flavor was. Hi, Ellie. What's up, Mother Walker? Not much. We've been talking about Minecraft and Rabbit and Steel in North Korea. One of these things is not like the others. Oh, my favorite. I unlocked 4 of the hard mode skins in Ratman Steel. I now have a Defender skin. I think I have the Druid skin, Assassin skin, and Ancient. I don't have Heavy Blade. I didn't play Heavy Blade at all yesterday, and that's something I consider my main. Definitely more so over the Assassin. I don't know. Assassin was like, I should like this more than I give it credit for, so I should try it. And it was okay. Me when they're rabbit and steel. Ellie. Yeah. I saw a football match yesterday. Not an entire football match, but just a little end to the match. And by football, soccer. And it's at 90 minutes. The score is 0-0. But this goalie, he basically gets to do a penalty kick, but the ball is on his side of the field. So the plan is, run out the time so that his guys can kind of take a bit of a break. And then also, when they start the overtime, it'll be at the halfway point. And so he's kind of just wasting time. He's like not kicking it. And one of the forwards runs up to kick it, and he tries and grab it at the last second. And he grabs it, and he picks it up. And the forward, like, bumps into him. Not knocks him over, doesn't, like, push him in any way. The guy clearly stops. But, you know, he just had a lot of momentum. And so they, like, literally bump into each other just a little bit. They essentially touch. And this goalie, he takes a fucking dive. He falls over and acts like he got knocked over by the dude. But the idiot, drops the ball in doing so. And the referees were like, yeah, we're not calling that. That was fucking obvious he didn't hit you. And so the forward is just like, oh, well, if you've dropped the ball, and he just bumps it in and scores. And this was like with 3 seconds left on the clock. And so the goalie's just like, oh, come on, this guy hit me. Why aren't you calling that? He hit me. And the referees are just not having it. And that's how the game ended. Those are so funny. It was like, types of plays like that are where I start to feel like sportsmanship doesn't matter to people. Like, and I know for some people it's about winning. It's about the fame, it's about the glory, it's about the money. I feel like sports should be about the competition, right? If you lose, it's like, man, I worked hard to win, but this guy must have worked harder. Good job. And like, when you get to the point where you're just not really cheating, but like doing the type of strategies that if you were to lose to, you'd be upset. What's even the fucking point anymore, right? That's something that just gets lost on me. We're at 1.8. We're at 1.8 and my legs kind of hurt. I don't know why. Here's another good thing I saw on Reddit. This was on the Perfectly Cut Screams subreddit. This guy, he was streaming Super Mario Sunshine. Interesting coming from the hyper-competitive one. Oh, for sure, Icy Fire. That is a good point. However, I'm so competitive, I just don't compete. I would rather not play than lose. But winning by, like, cheating is just like, bro. I don't know. Maybe those two conflict a little bit. But, like, To me, it's just better to not compete at all. I don't know why I'm so hyper competitive with stuff like that. I hate losing. I hate it so much. This streamer was playing Super Mario Sunshine. Somebody came into his chat and said noob. And he was like, really? You're gonna come into a Super Mario Sunshine chat and say noob? Really? Oh. I'm trying to click stuff on an overlay. And he starts complaining about this guy, right? He starts being like, you must get so much pussy, dude. You must just be the light of the room at a party, dude. Everybody fucking loves talking to this guy. Like, what do you do? Like, just going in on this guy for saying noob, right? And that's all fair. That's fine. He then gets to the end of this challenge he was doing in Super Mario Sunshine. And he's excited. Apparently he's been failing it a few times for the past few minutes or however long. And he's just like, yeah, that's it. That's how we do it. And then he fucks up his jump input. So instead of jumping straight up, he like dives off the side and fucking dies. And it's like, dude. Oh my god. You can't talk shit like that and then fuck up that way. Shame, really? You'd be a great sparring partner? I'd be putting this guy on blast. I would almost never put somebody on blast like this, because I know if I then fuck up after putting somebody on blast, I'm roasted. I'm done. Which is exactly what this streamer did. He talked shit, and then he jumped off the side. For ruining bro's vibe. If I was in his chat, I might. If I was watching Icy Fire, and somebody came in and said noob, I might be going in on them. Hi, love. You put me on blast all the time? I don't think I put you on blast. I definitely call you out sometimes. Maybe that's the same as putting someone on blast. Sometimes I don't find your jokes funny and I just find them really mean and it gets under my skin. And it triggers that, oh, I'm being made fun of openly in front of people. I'm being a failure here. And I get real defensive. Which, I'm sorry, Lost One. I know you don't ever mean to hurt my feelings. You just have a knack for hitting where it hurts. Hi, other mommy. The other day I was cutting down my trees in my tree farm. And Freya comes up and she starts like hitting a lot of the leaves. And I was there like, what the fuck? I need those seeds. Wait, I finally have a hater? No, that was an example, Icy Fire. You have no enemies. Freya comes up and she starts hitting the leaves. And she's like, use these shears. It's faster. And I was kind of like, I don't understand why. Because hitting the leaves is already really fast in my eyes. And then I also get these, like, shrubbery leaves that I don't want. And so, Freya was like, use the shears. And Juice was like, please use the shears, stop being an amateur. And I was just like, this just seems like extra stuff I have to carry around. We had a mommy bonding time on Minecraft yesterday, the 3 MILFs. Hell yeah. I'm wondering if there's something I'm missing with the shears? The 3 MILFeteers. Good lord. We're at 2 miles. Ocean. Good god. You don't have to apologize, that was a joke. I'm a shit, and I had the best teacher as a kid. My dad and stepdad? Oh no. Where are we? Where are we? I thought I knew where we would be in the video. Shears in Minecraft are great. Why would I use them on the leaves in a tree? If I don't want the, like, shrubbery bush things. Like, if I don't want oak leaves. What is the purpose of using them? Shears have durability, right? I'm thinking, like, wait, are they like a bucket and have no durability? Or are they like standard tools and have durability? Oh, I know where I am, I know where. Just throw the shrubbery stacks in the water, some lava if you don't want them. But what is the point of collecting them in the first place? Like, if I don't use the shears, then I don't get them at all. Isn't that just less effort? But he wants the saplings to drop when they break? Well, my understanding is that you still get the saplings if you use shears on them, right? My understanding is that the saplings still drop. The saplings are the important part. If I'm not getting saplings, then we have a problem. Ah. This area is a little memorable to me because this is the first time you deal with the Grim Totem. At least in Classic that was. I think now in Mulgore you deal with them with the Cadout rework. But I remember learning about Evil Tauren. I was like, what the? That can happen? Man, I still need a saddle. You can take one from Foss. He has like 4. And he is not logged onto the server in like a week and a half. You don't want leaf stacks, just give me? It is so much effort, Freya. Twitch draining my battery. Talk to you during lunch in about 30-ish minutes. Okay, I see fire. Shears are also good for collecting wool without killing sheeps. I have shears. I got some to get wool. And then I just put them in my chest because I don't want to carry them around all the time. But when I was clearing up my tree farm, it was like you, Juice, and maybe someone else was like, you should be using shears. And I was like, why? I don't mean to be so, like, push-backy on trying to help, because you were just trying to help, and I appreciate that. I'm just wanting to know why. I was just trying to help. I know. It's just, I don't understand the benefit of it. Because in my eyes, I'm like, It's slightly faster. Actually, I don't even know that it's faster. I'm pretty sure you one-shot leaves when you punch them. And then you get the bushes, which, in my mind, I'm like, this is just stuff I then have to deal with. Hi, Kodiak. Don't hose work on also clearing leaves quickly? So, specifically, I don't know if they do or not. But specifically, Kodiak, it was... I was cutting out the logs from these trees. And then for 90% of the trees, I was just letting the leaves decay on their own and picking up the stuff that fell down. And then for the last, like, row of trees, I wasn't waiting for them to decay on their own. I was punching a lot of the leaves to make them decay faster. And that's when people came up and were like, use shears. Just tested. Punching is 3 hit? It was the last tree. Hoe is 1 hit? Okay. Punching is 3 hit? It goes so fast, I didn't even think it was like 2 hits. Hoe is in fact a lot faster. And it just breaks them. If it was like... If using shears or a hoe, you hit 1 leaf and it spread to all adjacent leaves and it just like cut all of them, I'd be like, okay, fucking hell yeah, this is absolutely, I see the benefit of this. If there was a way to like prune an entire tree, I would go instantly, I'd be like, this is fucking incredible. I think hoes also increase the chance for drops, maybe? Gives up. Pat, 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 Freya. I'm not trying to complain. I'm just like, I'm trying to learn. Don't quote me on that, but everyone I broke in that test dropped either a stick or a sapling. No pat, pat. Now you're just being an angsty teen. You can't tell me you don't want pats. We don't run that emote around here. This ain't a big deck stream. You signed the waiver when you came into chat. Heck. I just remembered. I just wanted to help. And I appreciate that, Freya. I'm just trying to learn, like, the benefit of shears. I'm not saying you were wrong. You were wrong to do this for me. It's not something I particularly want to do with shears. I have a cup of coffee. I'm just trying to make sure I'm not missing anything. I need coffee too. God, with my parents back, they're constantly making coffee every fucking morning. And I hate going through the kitchen now. For 5 months, the kitchen was fine. And now it's just like, ugh. That I made like an hour ago, just black. I didn't get around to adding sugar or milk. I forgore. You've been watching too much Proxy. That's a thing he does, Kisu. He'll make coffee and forget about it for 2 hours. And it'll be just right in front of him. He'll be like, oh shit, right, my coffee. It's cold. Oh hell yeah, let me breathe it all in. I can't stand the coffee smell. It gets to me so bad. And it's in a do not microwave mug. That's tragic. So I gotta transfer cups. What is the point of a do not microwave mug? Why would you want one of those? Is it like something with a lid? Because that makes sense to me. But if it's just like a standard ceramic mug that's just like, these don't go in microwaves, I'm like, what the? Why are you microwaving mugs? To heat up cold coffee. Put coffee in a pot and heat it. Pot on the stove? That's a lot of effort for a cup of coffee. I'm with Kiso on this one. I'm not reheating cold coffee. It's fast. I'm making a new one. Chat, microwave my tumbler. And then I made a dish LL to wash. The idea of like... See, if I had cold coffee, I would just reheat that mug. And the idea of having mugs that are like not microwave safe, I'm just like, this is inferior. This is wrong. This is bad. Because the idea of needing to like put it in a pot or transfer it to a different cup that can be microwaved, now that's more stuff to clean up, and I hate that. Welp, I'm not giving tips anymore. No, Freya. You can give tips, it's just like, you know, it might not work for me, right? Isn't that plastic last one? My mug is a fairy tale mug, and the decals on it don't like to be microwaved, by the way. Okay. So it's a like aesthetic mug. Okay. Is it bad for the dishwasher? If I had something that was like bad for the dishwasher or microwave, to me that's like, that's going on a display case. I wouldn't actually use it. I have a mug that is merch. It's from a streamer named The Doulahan. And I use the shit out of that mug. It was and is my favorite cup. It was awful because it was a white mug, and so I would fill it with milk, and I could not see how much milk was in it unless I really like stared intently at it. Your tip was good. I'm just ADHD, so it disagreed with my executive dysfunction. It's top rack dishwasher safe? Okay. No hunted is steel. Ah. My Dula mug is like packed away in a box right now because I basically just use all the stuff in my parents' kitchen. Are you guys ready to feel old? Are you ready for me to absolutely assault you with a fact that's gonna make you feel old and not good? Because it's coming. It's not even a dish to wash. It's a quick hot rinse and done. I do like that idea. Viggo Mortensen, the actor who played Aragorn in Lord of the Rings, is now the same age Ian McKellen was when he played Gandalf in Lord of the Rings 20 years ago. Enjoy that little tidbit of information. I have another mug that can't be microwaved, but it's a Yeti metal one, so obviously don't microwave it. Yeah. Damn, dude. Viggo Mortensen is the same age Gandalf was. I don't like that fact. I don't like that at all. You're not gonna tell me Lord of the Rings was 20 fucking years ago, but it was. When they worked on the first movie, it was 2004. I hate that. What was your guys' experience with Lord of the Rings? I had honestly never heard of it until the third movie was coming out. And one of my best friends was like, So excited for it. And he was like, you gotta see the other two before we go watch the third one in theaters. I was like, okay. And I never did. Shocker. Elin put stuff off 20 years ago as well. And so I went to the theaters with them, and the first Lord of the Rings movie I saw was the third one. And it was cool. I didn't have a fucking clue what was going on. And then at some point that friend came over and he brought the extended editions of all of them. And so we watched 1 and 2. Then I think we watched 3. But the extended edition of each one. And that was my experience with Lord of the Rings. I started with Return of the King. I don't know if I got the video game before or after I saw the first and second one. But at some point for the GameCube, I had a Lord of the Rings Return of the King. Battle for Middle-earth or something, I don't know. It was a very simple game where, like, you level up, you go through the stages, you've got a talent tree, you can pick the different characters, but the combat was really simple. I don't even think it had combos. I think it was like attack button and ranged attack button. It was almost like a point-and-click story game with just the barest bones combat on the way. They're actually making Rings of Power Season 2. I don't know if you guys were aware of that. They're making Season 2 because everybody loves Season 1 so much. I read The Hobbit, so I was like, Pog, I don't even know these books were a thing. I watched the first movie and I was like, this is great. Then I read the book and was like, okay, movie is still good. Book 1000% better though. That friend that I mentioned, he read all 3 books. He read The Hobbit. He also read The Silmarillion. Like, he read it. The fucking encyclopedia of lore book. And he read it. He was a fucking psycho when it came to Lord of the Rings. He just loved it so much. And it had that effect on the group where it was like, oh, this person loves it, so all of us love it too. Oh, we didn't understand this one thing that we kind of, have a criticism about? Well, he can explain why it's actually a good thing, and now we're like fanboys of it ourselves. No one ever would like it as much as Marcus did, but it had that, like, transitory effect where he liked it so much, his passion for it bled into the group around him. Damn, I can't even read my own lore book. It's the Tauren music. I like this soundtrack. This song right here, even though I don't play Tauren or whatever, I do enjoy. I really like Tauren lore and characters. I don't know. I would play a Tauren until it comes to putting Slutmogs on them. The moment I put like an Armor Keen on them, I'm like, I'm out. I hate this. I couldn't find my microwavable mugs. My pot is still dirty from dinner last night, so I had to do something jank and use a microwavable plastic bowl. Huh. Hey, if it gets the job done. Not brave enough, SMH. Listen, Cairo. Would I get with a Tauren in a bikini? Absolutely. Would I play as one? Not really. When I'm feeling cool, when I'm like, I want big bulky armor, I want big fuck you sword, Taurens are great. When I did Plunderstorm, I was playing a high mountain Tauren, and it was great. But when I'm feeling cute, and I want the Armor Keen, when I want attention, I don't want to be 8 feet tall. I don't want to be like literal workhorse of muscle. Yeah. We're at 2.9 miles. I slept so long in VR yesterday, I'm gonna do the same today. Hi, Katie. No Dommy Mommy? Oh, I'm absolutely down for Dommy Mommy. I just don't want to be the Dommy Mommy. I want to be the princess. What's another Reddit story I saw? I saw a planet called Gliese 12b. So this planet, it orbits the Gliese sun. And it's got a number of planets orbiting it. They named them Gliese 1, Gliese 2, Gliese 3. Apparently they named Gliese 12 and Gliese 13, and they're like, oh, there's actually a planet between those two, Gliese 12b. This planet is special, though. It's 30 million light years away, but it's also shockingly close to Earth conditions. This planet, it has an orbit around its sun of 13 days. It's really close to its sun. So you'd think it would be fucking, like, sweltering hot. Like, melt metal level heat. But its sun is actually really cool. And so this planet, like, has a regular temperature of 42 Celsius. Which is hot, you know, that's a little hot for us, but that's livable. Do they got thick Latinas on it? We don't know what's on it yet. Its conditions look suitable and similar to Earth, but we haven't, like, found water or anything on it. I got woken up last night because VR chat servers timed out. And the timeout notif ignores UI sound since I have it at 0. No! Gliese is a tiny red guy. How are you doing today? I'm good. Just getting my exercise in. No water? Sounds like no one's got drip there. You're not listening, Ellie. We haven't found water. We're hopeful that there's water, because if there's water, that means, you know, there could have potentially been life on this planet. So it's like a high focus, like, hey, let's look at this planet, let's, it's something that apparently we can see it at all times, but we can only get, like, really good shots when it lines up with its sunlight. So the scientists are very excited to, like, look at this. I think especially with the James Webb Telescope. It's... I don't know. I don't know how many planets we've found that are like, this is like Earth. This is potentially something that, like, if we had light dimension travel, we could get there. Light dimension, light speed travel. I guess, like, warp travel. Which, you know, technology-wise, we're nowhere near that. We're not anywhere near getting people to light speed. We're not anywhere near getting people to warp across distances. And this planet is 30 million light years away, right? So, like, for all we know, it's not even there anymore. But it is interesting. Thank you for the follow, Katie. Another big story I saw yesterday. Not a big story, but a funny story. This guy, he connected to a court trial through Zoom. He was on trial for, like, I don't know, car accident. He had a suspended license. And basically, you know, he had to go to court and they were like, did you do this? Yes, no. You're responsible for this. Here's the fine you need to pay, yada yada. No jail time. The problem is, he connected to the court trial while fucking driving. And the judge was like, sir, are you driving right now? And he was like, yeah, I'm on the way to my doctor's appointment. And it's like, brother, you're on trial for a suspended license. You are literally committing a crime that you are in court for, Well, on a call with the court, you can't fucking you can't do that. So obviously he got in more trouble. It was just like, dude, what are you thinking? This is like the third time I've seen it happen. Unbelievable aura on that one. Yes, you can't fucking stop fucking. This is like the third time I've seen somebody do this where it's like they have a suspended license and they connect to the Zoom call on their phone in the car. I've also seen a few people that, like, it's not a court trial, but it's like a meeting at their work where they connect to the Zoom call driving, and everybody else is like, dude, are you driving? You're supposed to be at your computer right now. And he's like, what? I was just here. I saw one guy that had done the green screen, so that, like, the car behind him, or like the background behind him, looked like his office, but like because of the way the Zoom filter works, the Zoom background works, you could clearly see like his car chair and like stuff moving in the background. And it was like, dude, come on. And that actually reminds me of a story I saw like 4 years ago. This guy, he was work from home. And anytime he would go to Zoom meetings, he would change the filter of his background to be like a beach resort. Or, you know, like a New York Times Square. He would just always find a different background for his Zoom meetings. He thought he was being silly with it. But then the CEO talked to him and was like, hey man, I don't know where you're getting the money to like afford all these vacations, but clearly we're paying you too much. And he's like, whoa, hang on. These are just Zoom backgrounds. I'm in my office every time. But his CEO was like some fucking ancient dinosaur that could not understand this. And so the CEO just openly told him, like, I'm going to be looking to reduce your pay because you should not be affording all these crazy vacations everywhere you're on a meeting. You're in a different place every week. And he's like trying to explain to the CEO, I am literally not. What a fucking moron. Dude, I saw that. That was the type of thing that would radicalize me. That boss fucking sucks. That boss needs to retire. But there's a lot of people out there who they look at work as like their reason for living. And so there's a lot of guys that, you know, they're turning 70, they're turning 80, and they're like, I can't stop working. I can't not have a fucking job. I'd be a bum. And it's like, dude, you worked 60 years. You're not a bum. You take more time off than me, so you're being paid too much? Yeah. Boy, I'm back. Meeting was okay. We're talking about Zoom call meetings, Pixel. And how I saw a story a couple years ago. Never stop working or else. Pixel, I saw this guy who, anytime he joined a Zoom call meeting, he would change the background so that it would be like a beach resort, or New York Times Square, or the pyramids in Egypt. He thought he was being silly. But then his CEO messaged him and was like, I don't know how you're affording all these trips, but clearly we're paying you too much. So I'm going to be looking to reducing your pay. And he was like, Mr. Bossman, these are just Zoom backgrounds. I am at my house each time. I am not actually traveling the world while working and attending these meetings. And his boss was like an ancient dinosaur that did not understand this. My coworker lingers at work because he doesn't want to go home to his wife and kids. Plus, what fucking business is it how he affords things? I mean, I 100% agree with that, Ellie. But, a lot of companies don't. There's a lot of companies out there who are like, oh, we need people to work holidays, So we're going to schedule all the single people. That way all the people that are married or with kids can go home to their family. Because their time is more important than single people's. And it's like, yeah, not super down with that. I don't get the if you're not working, you're a stain on society thought process. Ew. I need to get to my boy, wife, Yulin, and non-existent kids. Oh yeah, they do that a lot in the military too. I would hard fight that. I would be the type of person that's like, you scheduled me for 3 holidays in a row, I'm just not showing up to this one. And they're like, but you don't have kids. And I'd be like, fuck you if you think your time is more important than mine. I have places to be on Christmas. And it's not fucking here. You want to mark me down as no-show? Fucking do it. Take away fathers from their children? I will. Absolutely. I'm not gonna fucking miss holidays because some guy had a kid and I didn't. Fuck him. Or if you have dependents, you are allotted more time to take them to school, appointments, etc. If you're single with no dependents, you aren't really allotted that same grace. Yeah, I hate that. That is some bullshit in my eyes. I can understand some things, like, you know, oh, you have kids, so we're gonna give you childcare benefits. I think it's a little ridiculous for the single guy to be like, well, what about me? I should have childcare benefits. Well, you don't have children. Well, then I should have pet care benefits. Like, no, fuck you. That's a luxury, not a responsibility. Well, it is a responsibility, but you chose to have a pet, and you can literally opt out of having a pet at any time. But when people are like, oh, we're gonna give all the couples, all the people with partners and kids, time off for the holidays, and all the single people, you're scheduled because you ain't got anywhere to be. Gotta get your dick wet, Ewan. Hi, Foss. Like, if I'm 1 minute late to work, I get reprimanded. Pregnant mothers need to work every day. Hi, Josh. Pregnant mothers need 2 years off from work, with the government paying 80% of what they were earning. That's my take on that. I think pregnant mothers need 2 years off. I think fathers in a relationship need 1 year off. Paternity and maternity leave. What the fuck are they doing in the workplace? Fuck that guy, he decided to have kids. And I'm not going to lose out because he couldn't pull out? Exactly. 1 year postpartum, right? No, they get 3 days, and if they are not back, they are fired. Here's a fun fact. In the United States, there is no state that guarantees maternity leave. A lot of companies will give you maternity leave. They'll give you like 1 week, maybe 2 weeks if they're real generous. But even that, because it's through the company and not like through the state or government, they can just say, fuck you. They can just be like, we're gonna give you 2 weeks off to give birth, and, oh, we actually replaced you, so I guess we're letting you go. That's not uncommon. I think the kids should also work immediately when they come out the womb. Okay. Military gives 3 months for the mother and father now? That's better. I think it's Sweden? It's Sweden or Switzerland that gives like 2 years. Maybe it's just a year. There's some European country that gives like a whole ass year to the mother and the father and provides 80% of their salary that they're making when they took off. Technically, it comes from their company, but the company is then reimbursed from the government. And they give it to the mother and the father. And this makes sense, right? Because, you know, the mom, they're going to be pregnant that whole time. The dad, they're going to be like, you know, stepping up and taking care of the mom while they're pregnant. And then there's like a 3-month period of like, hey, you've got this new thing that is incredibly squishy and vulnerable. And if you're unlucky, might be curious and adventurous to the point that it seems like it's trying to kill itself every 5 minutes. You get 3 months to, like, get your bearings and figure this thing out. They also give them a gift basket with, like, 2 weeks of, like, baby supplies and a manual on, like, here's what it's like having a baby. You think the US does anything like that? Fuck no. Company I worked for did paternity leave too. Wasn't as long as maternity leave, but yeah. I mean, so that's an Australian company. I'm not surprised it's more progressive than a US company. I think paternity leave is awesome. I think it should absolutely happen. And I think when people are like, paternity leave, what are you, gay? It's like, what are you, fucking stupid? You aren't risking your child dying by working in the mines. Then you aren't contributing really much. I think Iceland, Norway, Sweden, and Switzerland all do something similar. Okay. Japan has it to where they can have a maximum of 1 year parental leave. I would not expect Japan to be on the good side of a workers' rights issue. But hell yeah, good for them. I remember there was one politician. He was in a country like Norway or Sweden. And he was lobbying for the longest time against parental leave. That or he's in somewhere like Germany or France or Poland. And he's been blocking parental leave. Specifically, hi Logitech. Specifically, he's been blocking it for guys. So like, he thought, he would say like, maternity leave is the stupidest thing ever. You're not pregnant. Get back to work. And then he had a kid. And he was like, oh god, this is really hard. Paternity leave is actually kind of important. And everybody's like, hey buddy, you've been blocking this for 20 years. Go fuck yourself. Oh yeah, it's called parental leave now? The people who complain that nobody wants to work anymore are the same who complain about paternity leave being excessive. They're also the same, Ellie, as the people that are like, we want you to work for $15 an hour. You need 10 years experience and a master's degree. And it's like, you want somebody with a master's to work for $15 an hour? Yep. Well, nobody's applying to your job. God, nobody wants to work anymore. Biden fucked us with those checks. I am, last job I had, a girl had her baby and was back at work a week later. Jesus. Japan's pretty good when it comes to workers' rights or traditional conservative values, not necessarily progressive. She had to request the time? Awful. The mother is required to take off 6 weeks before 8 weeks after. A medical note is required if the mother wishes to return before the 8 weeks is up. That's in Japan? You want a 40-year-old, 20-year-old, you absolute idiots. Japan is also just getting better at rights and luxuries when it comes to children because of the declining population. I would hope they're making it a lot easier to have kids, because that's what leads to declining birth rates. When children get expensive, people stop having kids. So if you want your nation to keep having a growing population, offer tax benefits for married couples. Offer tax benefits for children. Free education. Free healthcare for children. Free childcare. If you do those things, your population will not decline. But all these fucking stupid governments and businesses are like, how do we have more people as a nation? Oh, do these things. Okay, well, we don't want to spend the money, so how do we do it without doing that? That's it, you fucking idiot. That's what you do. Hi, Nick. Is that the cute and adorable Yulin Dicey? It is. Nope, can't convince me to get married again. Nuh-uh. I can see you getting married again, Ellie. Not anytime soon. But I can see you falling for someone. I can see you just meeting somebody that you're just really, really happy with. Ugh. Single people need the benefits too, though? I mean, yes, I think single people should have benefits. But if we're specifically talking about population, and, like, dealing with declining birth rates, you want to make, specifically, you want to give tax breaks for having kids, for having dependents. Whether that's people in a married couple or single, you need to give tax breaks for having dependents. So you want someone to go to college for 2 years to get a degree, then work 10 years before they can work for you. Uh-huh. Oh, and it's not even college for 2 years. That's college for 2 years. Then college for 4 years. Then college for 6 years. A master's is a fucking process. I said 6 years. It's probably 4 years for the master's, but... It's also why they have ways to move. They're a lot easier if you have younger children. I'll marry Ellie in VR chat. Not F that shiz. Already been through it once. I know. Korea, Japan moment. Breach hunt. I'd get married again. Gotta get legally divorced first, though. Yeah, but you don't even want to get divorced, Kisu. Aren't you happy with your marriage? Sudden shock of like, oh god, no, please, Kisu. You're happily married, right? Right? Ah. I don't know if we get to 5 miles with just this video, and I'm starting to worry about it. My partner is legally considered my life partner. That doesn't answer my question, Kisu. Yeah, Kisu is happily married to a tall stick bug. Kisu... I'm like, Kisu, you're happily married, right? And you're like, my partner is legally considered my life partner. No, tall stick bug was an ex. Oh, yeah? So over half my life just to get that job. Civil union? Ah. Alright, what's another Reddit story I saw? Sorta? I've been separated for about 8 years? Oh! I thought you two lived together. Wait, hang on. With my current for 6? Okay, I'm so confused, Kisu. I thought you were in a relationship with somebody, married or civil union, that you were like, this guy's really cool, he's great, I'm happy he's the father of my kid. I am, yes? Okay, that's what I was trying to get you to say. But I didn't want to be like, Kisu, fucking tell me! You have to divulge personal information! Not married, he's my life partner. Right. Civil union slash domestic marriage thing where it's like you live together, so now the state considers you a marriage. But you like him, right? You're happy he's the father. Right? According to state, yes. This is simple, Euland? It's not, because she won't fucking say yes or no! Yes, very happy. Thank you! Oh my god. I'm trying to focus on, like... You're happy with the guy. And Kisu keeps being like... He is my life partner. Please say you like him! Please! She literally said yes. She said, I am yes, when there were 3 questions fielded. I have another Reddit story. I'm sorry, Kisu, I was being a butt there. I have another Reddit story. I saw a video. Hi, Gail. Euland is a small bitch. Just that I'm legally married to someone else who isn't a U.S. citizen. Oh. Oh, I see. Sounds like she was married, now separated for the last 8 years. In recent years, she met someone else, but still legally married as the divorce never happened. Seems like a you problem, Reddit. This woman, she found a black bear in her driveway. I don't know where she lives, but she just had a black bear in her driveway. And, she gave it some food. She gave it some water. It was, like, really hurt. And I think she also, put some, like, aloe vera on its, like, this cut on its eye. Which is, like... Oh, God, I'm gonna sneeze. Which I get caring for animals, but, like, also, it's a fucking black bear. Black Bear Driveway City, USA. I already know this. She basically took care of this black bear. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze again. Well, this black bear, eventually its eye healed, and it leaves. But it starts coming back. It starts coming back, and this black bear is smart enough to open her front door, but it never comes inside. It basically just opens the front door and is like, yo, I'm here. And so then she brings it a little bit of food, and she'll scratch it, like give it head pats and like chin scritches with a back scratcher. She won't actually use her hand. And it totally healed up. It like, its fur came back because it was like, it looked kind of mottled and mangy. The thing just like made a full recovery, but it keeps coming back. And like for 2 years, I think, it would just come by and stop by a lot. Eventually, this black bear had 2 cubs, and it would come by with the cubs and be like, yo, human savior, check out these things. And she'll give them scratches too, and give them some food. But they never come in. They're almost like well-behaved, and they know, don't go in the house. Just accept the pats and food. Which in my mind, I'm like, that's fucking insane. If I didn't see a video with this, I'd be like, this is cap. This is 100% bullshit. This is somebody lying for internet points. But it's literally just a video. Can't believe we get deprived of sneezes. That's awesome. Ellie, what juice? Ping if. What does that mean, juice Minecraft? Here's another story. There is a guy who makes his living short selling stocks. That's what he does. He sells stocks, he fucks with the market, doesn't contribute anything, just short sells stocks. Well, this guy went on a news station, and boy howdy is he not having fun at his job in the last few years. And what's the problem? Meme stock traders on Reddit. He hates these meme stock traders that buy stocks when he short sells stocks and fucks up his short sells. And he says they cry and whine anytime they lose money. And it's like, do you not understand that, like, that's what you're doing? Like, you had it good for 10, 20 years. And now everybody's caught on, and you can't do it anymore. So you're going on TV, crying and whining about losing. Do you not understand that you're describing yourself more than them? But he's like, these meme stock traders, they're so shit. They're just babies crying when they lose. Minecraft? When? Probably when Ewan has cuddle scheduling conflicts. Hi, Star. 4.2. I can probably call you Latelyn now. We were late today. We started 3 minutes late. Because my intestines were like... We call the shots here. Lurk? Mm-hmm. That guy's name was Jim Chanos. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of him. Whoa. Is that my fucking foot? My foot just shot up into my face. Hello? Somebody wanted to clip that. That'd be a great one. Where is... Okay, they're both there. That's not a ping, that's an at. Clearly a leg day. Clearly. Euland, you're smelly, got him. I mean, obviously, I'm fucking working out. What do you mean, got him? Boss, the sky is blue. Got him. Dumbass. Boss, Divinity and Baldur's Gate 3 are made by the same studio, so they're both good games. Got him. Foss, your dad doesn't love you. Got him. Does a bear shit in the woods? Yes, Foss, obviously. You were not late, Elon. You came when you needed to. I would have liked to keep my streak up of starting right at 9. You wish you could be Smelly Foss. I always just deep down in my core, I'm like, dude, I gotta apologize. That was uncalled for. But it's so fucking funny that I know I don't need to. One of these days, I'm gonna act really depressed when you say one of the dad jokes just to fuck with you. It already fucks with me. It already, like, there's that conflict where it's like, my heart is like, that's not okay, Elon. You can't say that to people. But my brain is like, he likes this. It makes him laugh. He literally enjoys these jokes. Keep making them. Don't overburn them. Don't make it to the point where they're not funny because you say them 5 times a day. But don't stop making them. My dad also hates me. Do you want your dad never loved you jokes, Lost One? Do you want me to make those jokes to you? You all have dads? I wish you all had a dad as cool as mine. You can't have mine. I'm not sharing my dad. I just wish you had a dad as cool as mine. Too late? Nah, mine's a sociopath. If it makes you happy, Ewan? Lost One, we've talked about this. Oh my god. I literally had this whole conversation with Violet, and you completely missed the point of it. I'm pretty sure you were there for it. Well, shit, what am I gonna do now? No contact, gang? Hell yeah, no contact, gang. Normalize cutting out toxic family members. I don't have any toxic family members. I had a cousin I didn't really like, but my dad really liked him. So I tolerated him. Can't go no contact if he was never there? That's almost what Foss had. Foss's dad fucking bailed. And then, like, when Foss was 15, the dad called back and was like, hey, can I be your dad? Can I be in your life? And Foss is like, not really. Can you go away? Actually, is there money in this? Am I gonna start getting birthday money? And Dad was like, you're a piece of shit! You no son of mine! Normalize cutting toxic waste out of the water? I mean, true, yes. Mine are toxic as fuck. Eno contacted you first. Beat you to the punch, you long. Hi, Elder. Same every time I see Meth Head dead. I'm like, is it mine? Oh no! My dad is very, like, I don't want to say conservative, but, like, higher educated conservative. He's not conservative about stupid things. He is right wing. But, like, what's really important to him is, like, national debt, company rights, economy. Those are the things he votes for. And him and I disagree a lot politically, but it's never gotten to the point where it's like, you're a fucking idiot if you vote this way. It's never been like that. And, like, that's the only thing we really disagree on. Other than that, we have a very good appreciation for how different we are. He is very much like, not work is fulfilling, but he needs to be moving. He needs to be doing something. The idea of just, like, sitting down and staring at the sun, or staring at the sky, is like, oh god, what are you doing? He constantly needs to be productive. Whereas I'm not the opposite. I'm not that, right? The idea of being productive is tiring to me. But, like, we don't hate each other for it. We're just, like, different people. We get along very well. And we actually work really well together. Anytime we have to do, like, a project together, like, you know, just do some do-it-yourself project in the house, he tackles it very straightforward, very dead-on. He will start working right away. Whereas I'm reading the manual and being like, okay, here's what we need to do. So then when he gets to the point where he's like, I don't know how to do this. This is confusing. I've read the manual and I'm like, you need to do this and this. And so it's a good workflow where, like, there's immediate stuff getting done because of him. But then there's stuff being done right or in a better way because of me. Mine's just a functional alcoholic who lacks empathy and fakes all his feelings. Real Joker brains. I haven't seen my dad since I turned 16. And I didn't legally have to meet him every other weekend. That's a crazy thing. When it's like a parent, you know, fights for custody for a kid that they don't really want to see, but they do it just to hurt the other parent. That's some, like, nasty shit that's fucked up. Damn, we all got wild parents. I got really lucky with mine. My parents are awesome. I wish I could share them with all of you, but I cannot. Mine is alcoholic meth addict. Unmedicated bipolar, yeah. Oof. We're at 4.5. I think we're gonna finish. I think we're gonna get to 5 by the end of this video. What time is it? 11:20? Can't say he's functioning. Last I heard, he's living in a car. My mom kicks ass, though? Hell yeah. My mom kicks ass. She's cool. My mom was the cool mom that was like... I would get busy with something, I'd be like, oh, I have to go do this for like 10-20 minutes. Friend, you can just hang out with my mom for 10 minutes. And they'd be like, what? I don't want to hang out with your mom. I'd be like, yeah, well, too tough. And then 10 to 20 minutes later, I'd get back from whatever task I had to do. And they would be having like a pleasant conversation with my mom. And I was like, yeah, I knew my mom was cool. You didn't last, did you? And they were just like, she's nice. Oof, my dad is actually very decently successful. Most manipulative cluster B types are. And then I got all my brain rot humor from my mom. Oh no. That was nuts. She's so fucking cool. My son and I go hang out with her almost every Saturday. Anytime we have something we struggle with, she helps out. Also, she's a whole gamer. Hell yeah. I literally know nothing about my dad, other than he lives somewhere in Colorado. You know what's crazy? I saw a map recently that was like the average median household income per state. Or specifically like what you need to own a house in each state. And Colorado is the highest. Hi, Zay. My father died a while back. I completely forgot what year it happened. So my mother gave me documents related to it last year, 2009. Oh. Mother and father split and sold their house a year before. I'm supposed to inherit some of his half from that sale, but his family would need to finish his final taxes. Hi, Arid Paragon. Been 15 years, so how do they hold that up for 15 years? I feel like at some point you could just, like, sue them. Or, like, not sue them, but, like, I don't know. Tell the police to, like, look at this. Just not doing it? I feel like I'd at least want the ball moving on it. Because if that was, like, $100,000, $200,000, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of problem solved. And so, like... I wouldn't be too pushy about it, but I would be a lot more pushy than this has gone on for 15 years. Yeah, I felt like the state would repossess a house that had money owed on it that long. Kind of feel the same. I didn't get my inheritance from my grandpa for about that long, too. That's crazy to me. We didn't find out he died until like 10 years after. Depends, the state laws and such differ between states. And for Zayla, it's not a state thing, it's a... Well, I guess I shouldn't be saying, but... It's not a United States thing. I never got grandpa inheritance because my dad bought a plane with it. Wow. It's wild to me when family just betrays each other for money like that. Like, the idea of having a brother that you're best friends with, and then you grow up and you start having differences to the point that you're like, I'm going to put a pen in our dementia-ridden dad's hands and make him sign away your half the inheritance to me. That shit is fucking insane to me. Even if, like, that person had grown up to be a meth head, piece of shit, just, like, they'd hurt you tons and tons of times, I don't see myself doing something like that to cheat them out of their inheritance. Do they deserve it? Good lord, no. My mother wanted me to try to reach out to lawyers on the other side of the country, where his family lives. Can't be bothered? It was supposed to put me through school, lol. But now I've been in the military for 12 years. Ah. We're at 4.7 miles. I don't know. I'm in a situation where I'm an only child. And my parents have both told me, like, yeah, you get everything in the will. Which is like, cool. If they came to me and were like, we don't like how you live your life, so we've left a lot of the will to family. We feel like you don't work hard enough, and like, that's not fair. So we're gonna make certain that you have to work and you just don't get our inheritance. I'd be like, damn, that sucks for me. But that's you sticking to your values, I suppose. I don't know. It's their money, right? They can do whatever they want with it. I like the idea of them leaving it all to me, for sure. But to feel entitled to it? Thankfully, with my two brothers, we're chill and could care less since we're all set on what we have. Hell yeah. Oh, you're on my right. Hi. Have you been to this map before? I'm pretty sure you've joined me here before and ran around doing all the crafting stuff, right? Yeah. So the last I heard about my dad, he lost his house, got a divorce, moved in with his brother, that got in a motorcycle accident, is basically a vegetable, and is fucking his wife. Wait. He's fucking his brother's wife. Because he got a divorce. That's crazy. Yeesh. I'm glad you didn't turn out like that last one. But I'd let last one fuck my wife. And I'd thank him for it. What? Are you sure that accident was actually an accident? Clip it? What? God, I love that line so much. It's just the worst way to flirt ever. It's so funny to me. Now I know what Yulin's into. I am not into that. I just like Lost One so much that if it made him happy, I'd thank him for it. I don't actually want it. I wasn't going to talk about it, but I did see a story on Reddit yesterday. This guy, he's married to his wife. And his wife was in, I think, like a car accident that left her paraplegic. She is a vegetable from the neck down. And so, you know, when this happened, they stopped having sex. But after a year and a half of her being completely paralyzed, she was like, hey, husband, I would like for us to have sex. And he was like, yeah, okay, let's try. And she's not able to move her body at all. So it was basically him just doing all the stuff, doing all the motions. And, you know, they were kissing the whole time. And during, he was like, do you like that? And she was like, yeah, that's nice. But then the next day, she was like, hey, just so you know, I didn't feel anything. Like, I don't feel anything from the neck down. So, like, I didn't feel the sex at all. The kissing was nice. But, like, I didn't feel the sex. And now this guy's like, oh God, I took advantage of my wife. And it's like, well, no. And the whole thing was like, she wanted to do this because she felt bad that her husband wasn't having sex anymore. So she wanted him to, like, still have sex. She couldn't feel it, but it was like, you know, I want this guy to still be taken care of this way. And, like, he was very uncomfortable with that. He's like, oh god, I took advantage of her, she felt nothing. And I'm sitting there like, okay. These two idiots needed to talk about this beforehand. No, he didn't take advantage of her. I personally wouldn't, like, want to have sex with someone like that. That's an awkward deal for both now, sadly. Exactly. Husband, I would like for us to have sex, finger. Yes, Arid, I am one with coffee. That's still an emotional intimacy in something like that, though? There's still... Oh, for sure! And, like, if they were both okay with it, I think that's fine. Would she have felt anything anyway? I think if he was like, this is essentially masturbation, but, like, you're involved in hanging out and we get to have a good time together. You're so hot, honey. I feel like they could have a good time. For me, personally, if it's sex for me, I don't like it as much. I'm such a fucking sub-bottom that, like, it needs to be more on them, and that's what makes it good for me. So in this situation, if they're paralyzed and I'm not, to me, it's just, I would prefer it to be a sexless marriage. I don't like that she basically was like, yeah, this feels great, and then after the fact was like, actually, I felt nothing. That's upsetting to me. For him to be like, I took advantage of her. No, this is her whole idea, you fucking idiot. She lied about her reasoning and her motivation for it. That's what you should be upset with. Blaming yourself for, like, having your way with your wife. Ugh. Don't like that. Let's have a talk, an out beforehand situation, and see how both feel on it. Exactly. It's very much like, oh, where does this sit? You gotta talk that out. Any Destiny 2 gamers? Apparently, the entire expansion for Destiny 2 got leaked, or the DLC got leaked. And, I don't fully understand the leak. Because it sounds like Bungie linked it themselves? And they were like, if you want to see what's in the expansion, here it is? Or, like, if it's a leak that somebody got from Destiny, but Bungie themselves aren't in on it? Certain PS5s got it early? Okay. I see. That's fucking weird. Why? We're at 5 miles. I think we're gonna go like 5.1 miles and be done. Oh, I like it when it works like that. Probably like some region or edition filter or something. Was it intended or was it an accident? Definitely a mistake? Okay. That's an oops. Have they since revoked it, or have they just said, ah, fuck it, you get it a week early? Nah, they haven't distributed it. Definitely an accident, yeah, they removed it from the store entirely. Well, okay, let's say you got it, though. Are you still able to play the expansion stuff early? Or have they patched it out and they can't do it anymore? But the leakers are spreading it wildly, I hear? I saw the Reddit. It's mostly lore leaks now, I think. I saw on the Reddit that everybody was like, if you care about leaks and, like, getting it spoiled early, get the fuck off the Reddit for a week. Do not come here until you play it yourself. Get the fuck out of here, you dumb NPC. I know. World of Warcraft. War Within is going to come out, and I'm not going to play it for 3 days. Which, in the past, that was never something I would do. If I had a 3-day head start, I was paying for a 3-day head start. Now I'm sitting here like, yeah, not worth. Absolutely not worth. But I'm also the type that doesn't really care about spoilers. The War Within lore in particular is just like, I'm kind of checked out. Even if it's like exactly what I think the lore should be moving toward. I'm just like, I don't care. But is a skin worth 600 US dollars? No, absolutely not. Of course, global. Anybody that pays $600 for a skin is stupid. But $500, and I mean, it's a Faker skin with his signature when you destroy towers? Ooh, now hold on. That one we gotta think on. Because, like, Faker's the GOAT. He's the GOAT! And it's an Ahri skin? I mean, she's never gonna be played, right? She's, you know, been absolutely, power creeped. She is just barely a champion now. But, like, you know, she's still cute. Are people actually gonna, like, let you play her? No, the skin's gonna come out and she's gonna get banned every game. Like, Lamau. But, it's a Faker skin. I'd rather pay the $400 for an avatar I want. But it's your skin we are talking about? I haven't paid $600 for a skin, huh? Unless you're talking about, like, literally skinning me, at which point, you're weird. Unless it's Yulin themed, I don't want it. Trophy wife Ahri. I want a hand job from Faker for $500? You think a Faker hand job is worth $500? Cairo. That man has the fastest mechanical skills in League of Legends for 10 years straight. You don't think that's going to be one of the best hand jobs of your life? You don't think the fingers are going to be fucking, like, blurs, and you're just going to be like, oh, instantly? It's Faker. Faker's the GOAT, Cairo. I don't think his hand jobs are $500. Fast does not equal good. Yeah, but see, it's Faker, Ellie, and in this case, it does. Bro, ain't getting anywhere near me for that. Ellie, you don't understand just how good Faker is. I could fake a hand job for free, hit me up. I see he's unhinged today. I don't know how to see you. Thank you for the follow. Why are you guys booing me? I'm right. 5.3. What is this, Nagrand? Pins. Pin 1. Alright. We turn that on. I think I might just stay here instead of going to one of my standard comfy worlds. Cool model. Thank you. My friend Shin made it. Well, he put the bases together. It's the Koranaku base. 5.3 miles, and now we rest. Done. Grubhub is giving Prime users free delivery? Actually? Does Grubhub do groceries? Move this, move this, move this. I need to fix my trackers. Ow, I just heard my fucking thigh pop. I'm like that guy from that one show on Adult Swim. I need to remember what the name of it is. But he's got like the backwards legs. And he talks like this. And he covers very not deep philosophical topics. Like, if Jesus hung out with his bros all day, every day, was he truly not gay? Ellie, do you know what show I'm talking about? I would think so. Had to DoorDash everything when I got COVID. If Grubhub is doing free Prime delivery, I might be able to get groceries delivered again. That saves me a lot of time, because grocery is like a 30-minute trip for me. Avatar. We switch to this one. And then we come right down here. Alright. Choose and drink. Xavier Renegade Angel. That was the name of the show? No fucking wonder I don't remember. That doesn't even, like, ring a bell for me. I have a really good Xavier Public Avi. I hated that show when I was young. Back in the day, I was like, this show is so bad, it's so ass, it's not funny, it's just weird and gross. And now that I'm, like, more mature and older, I see it and I'm like, okay, they've actually got some pretty good jokes. Ah. Whoop. Ah. 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 Hell yeah. Bring this down. Bring this down. Bring this over. Did I cover all my notes? North Korea sent poop balloons. Gliese 12B Earth-like planet. Got hard carry and rabbit steel. Unlocked 4 skins. Minecraft Bridge and Pixels Checkpoint Alpha. Questmaster Dungeon Builder game. Cairo, I think you were focusing on your work when I was talking about this. Have you seen anything about Questmaster? It's like Mario Maker. But instead of making like Mario maps that are 2D, you're making like Legend of Zelda 2D dungeons. And they've got 6 themes right now, but you can make these dungeons, share them online, and then go through them with like you and your friends. It looks really cool. That's rad. I mean, it was a show for stoners. Yeah. I don't know why I think of you when I see this game, but I see Questmaster and I'm like, oh, I bet Cairo would either love this or have seen it. And I'm like, why do I think that? Maybe because Cairo has just played every fucking game under the sun. I appreciate you thinking of me. I think of you when I think of like a lot of JRPGs or Nintendo games. I think of you when I think of fucking Minecraft sniffas. Not Sniffa the meme in general, but like those weird sniffas in Minecraft. I think of you. I think of you when I see fat fuck. Never mind. I think of you somewhat often though. You're a cool new friend. What? Bonk. That was me bonking your horn. No, I haven't. I'm not that much of a nerd. What were you about to say? I already forgot. I don't remember. Cairo, when we were talking about the top 25 games from IGN, you had literally played all of them. I think of Cairo when I think about feet now. I applied for affiliate, by the way. Forgot to mention. I can't see you getting denied. I didn't know you had to apply for affiliate, and I literally just did it 10 months ago. I just play games, okay? Yeah, but you play a lot of them. I can't imagine you being denied for it, Cairo. Hi, Ty. Ty, do you want to play Minecraft on our server? We'll give you Zuvi's castle. You'll have a nice house right off the start. I'm not offering this to you and trying to incentivize you to do this to hurt Koyo and Zuvi, because I feel betrayed for not playing on my Minecraft server and going and making their own with blackjack and hookers. This is one of those jokes where it's like, I'm absolutely gonna guilt trip you publicly, but like, in DMs between the two of us, I love you, and don't take it personally at all, please. I'm just saying the jokes publicly. Cute Gale. Not cute, found one. The unstoppable spear and the immovable shield. My notes. Questmaster, dungeon builder game. Oh, Murky Diver's a real driver. I didn't color this at all. So there's a game coming out. I'd literally play until I find diamond, and then I'm like, oh, I'm done. You can do that if you want. It's just an open server if you want to. If you don't want to play on it, like, no worries. I imagine, Ty, you are fucking, like, all up in Destiny right now preparing for the big DLC. And, like, Minecraft is the furthest thing from your mind right now. Hi, Kimmy. I'd have to reinstall it. Well, you know that's not an excuse, because it's, like, fucking not even a gig. I'm just saying we have a server if you want, and I wanted to make that joke about Zuvi and Koyo. Oh, Questmaster is just a hella ripoff Zelda, let's go? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. If Nintendo won't do it, exactly. Kimmy, fix your fucking computer. I'm tired of not laying on you for cuddles. I've been playing modded Minecraft recently. We have a vanilla server that exists solely for me to learn Minecraft. There's a lot of people who, they play and they're like, it's not modded, it's hard without mod. And, like, a big part of this is, like, I want to learn Minecraft so that, like, anytime somebody does do a modded server like this, I can get more into it. Because I'm just so lacking in knowledge on Minecraft that I always feel left out when people get into Minecraft. Murky Divers. So this game looks like the worst fucking game in existence to me. But I can see a lot of you having fun with it. If you like Phasmophobia or Lethal Company, it's literally those, but you are in a sunken ship. And so you're like bell divers with like limited oxygen, going through a ship exploring stuff that's like haunted by fish zombies and shit like that. Oh, fun. Yeah, it's very much Phasmophobia, but underwater. BRB buying it for you? Bell divers? Hell divers? No. No. A bell diving suit is like, I don't know why they call it like a bell diving suit. Ellie, you need to come up to the door and click the, like, go to your house. A bell diving suit is like, it's a scuba suit that's connected by a rope to the boat above it. That's how they used to do scuba diving. They, were very dangerous and could often, like, fucking with pressure. What are we talking about? There's a game I saw a trailer for, Foss, called Murky Divers. It's Phasmophobia, but underwater. It's like you're exploring a sunken ship that's like got monsters and shit in it. But it is very much Phasmophobia, Lethal Company, content warning. That game of like, here's 4 idiots doing shenanigans. And like you're gonna get scared, but also like just funny shit is happening. There's a bell at the end of the rope? Okay. Cum diving suit, a Foss. The other thing in my notes, guy connects to Zoom call trial for suspended license while driving. Wounded black bear that befriends a woman. Couldn't find the match, goalie wasting time at 0-0, fumbles ball. Viggo Mortensen is now the same age as Ian McKellen was when he played Gandalf 20 years ago. Short sell Jim Chanos, mad about meme stock traders that cry when lose money, irony. Perfectly cut screen, Super Mario Sunshine, dude fucks up. And then Destiny 2 leaked. Diving is dangerous, so yeah, fuck help button is a good thing. Here's the thing, it's not even like they can instantly help you though, right? Like, they can't just pull you up and just reel you in, because you need to depressurize. You need to come up slowly and gradually. And so, it's a... Dude, the fucking, like, lengths they went through for scuba diving was really bad back then. They literally reel you in. Right, but they do it slowly, right? They don't just like, oh shit, they're in trouble, and then just pull you up as fast as they can. I would hope they don't. The thing that scares me about the bell diving suits is there was an episode of Mythbusters where they were looking at, like, you know, what the pressure can do. Yeah, they go slow. Good night, Elon. Sleep well, Elder. Thank you for stopping by. In Mythbusters, they looked at a bell diving suit. And they looked at what happens if it suddenly depressures. And they literally had... They had one of those, like, gelatin human systems with, like, a fake skeletal system in it. So, like, they recreated a human, right? They had, like, animal bones to replicate the human bones or something, or just plastics that were about the same hardness, and then the gelatin, and they cut the suit while it was like under pressure, and it just literally just in an instant all of it was compressed, and it was like, oh god, that's what happens to a person back then. Like, and they knew this is what happened, but it was like, you know, it's not that bad, right? It's not like... It was a lot more violent and visceral than they expected. Okay, well, back then they might have, since they might not have known about depressuring. I think they didn't know at first and quickly found out. How are you doing today? I'm good. We just walked 5.3 miles. Now we're just hanging out. Oh, I don't really have any plans today. I should probably be productive with some things. I need to set up my fucking anime watch group with some friends that I've been talking about for 2 months now. Have you ever seen the video of the crab walking by the underwater pipe and it gets sucked in through a tiny crack? Pressure is scary? I have. I know exactly what video you're talking about, Cairo. Go for another walk? No. We're tired. We're ready to rest. We probably burned like 700 calories. Have a good stream. Thank you. Yeah, that was my notes. The Murky Divers thing. I don't know if I'm excited to see people stream it. I can see Foss streaming it. I can see Koyo streaming it. It's one of those things where it's like... I could see the shenanigans of it being fun to watch. But the actual content of it, you know, the underwater stuff, the spooky horror stuff... Oh god, no. The characters look very silly. They almost look like fucking Muppets. How often do you stream? Every single day, 9 a.m. Central. I'd love to stream Spooky. If you like Lethal Company or Phasmo Cairo, fucking, this will be right up your alley. I'm realizing that media said they were gonna join. I hope nothing bad came up for them. I'm not like, media didn't join, ugh. But I'm just like, oh, I hope nothing came up that was bad for them. Just a bit of water, nothing spooky. It is not just a bit of water. Awesome. There was that other YouTuber one that was fun. Content warning? Yeah, content warning really never took off like Lethal Company and Phasmo. It like got big for a week and then it fell off really fucking fast. I don't know if it was just bad timing or what, but I feel like compared to Phasmophobia and especially Lethal Company, it just died so quickly. And maybe it hasn't died at all. Maybe it has a thriving community and like a lot of concurrent viewers right now. By the way, what's your profession like? Are you doing any job for a living? I'm relying on savings right now. It deadass had 2 maps was my issue. I had a job working with telecom. I verified fiber lines in a geospatial system. And it was cubicle work and it was kind of mind-numbing. And it wasn't bad. It was very tedious. I got to watch streams while doing it, so it was very like, you know, whatever. I could do this for 20 years. The problem is the people around me, the office politics, the bosses that were like constantly on my ass over stupid shit got really fucking annoying. And my contract ended, and right when my contract ended was when there were 2 crashes in the industry. The telecom industry crashed, and then 3 months later, the entire tech industry crashed. So it was like 6 million people were displaced from their job in somewhat related fields to mine and all looking for work. And so the job I had been doing, where I was earning 26 an hour work from home, was now being advertised as 18 an hour, and you need to live in St. Louis or Seattle, which were very expensive places, and like making 18 an hour in those is very difficult. God damn it. I knew this is where it was coming, but I was really hoping you weren't going to go there. Lost one. You're not allowed to self-advertise in people's streams, and so I'm gonna ban you. Bye. You couldn't pay me to live in Seattle. An 18 hour wouldn't be enough to be there. I would actually really like Seattle. Thank you, Lost One. I would really like Seattle, Violet. Now, there's 3 things I would like about Seattle. 1, they have one of the fastest areas of internet in the country. Like, Seattle just has good internet, and it has for like 20 years compared to the rest of the country. They did it again, holy. It might be the same bot or like service. It wasn't the same person. I don't even know if it was a person. But yeah, I have a feeling this is gonna be the new bot wave we're gonna see it a bit. And it's kind of annoying because, like, I can suss them out. I can be like, this is probably a bot, but I don't know if it's just someone who's a little socially awkward. God, I had like 3 last night. Hi, unknown. Seattle. How do you get more bots than Foss? I don't fucking know. Probably the time of day. It's probably because I stream at normal fucking hours and Foss goes live at midnight. Seattle has good internet. Seattle has good weather. I like rainy places. I know. When people are like, you're gonna say dreary 11 months of rain is good weather, huh? I fucking love that weather. Rain to me is like a good time because people don't expect me to be outside.
Um, what do you mean by that? That is normal hours? No, it is not, Gale. Maybe in some parts of the world, but in the U.S., which Foss is based in, it is not. I love rainy places, but the city's awful, the people are awful, the cost of living is awful. The other thing, Violet, the third thing is I have so many friends in Washington and Seattle. There's so many people that I know that are in that area that I fucking love. Are the people in general awful? Kinda, yeah, maybe. I don't know too much about them. But, like, I hear Core talk about driving to work and how awful so many people are. I'm like, Jesus, they sound crazy. That's wacky. Most of the people I meet online are East Coast. Core is in Washington. Selden is Washington. Casey is Washington. There's like 2 or 3 more that I'm forgetting off the top of my head that I know are Washington. And like, so being in an area with that many people that I very dearly care about, that seems like, oh, I would not mind living there at all. The cost of living is very high. I would not be happy about that. If I had like infinite money, Seattle's an option. Not infinite money, but like more money than I need, Seattle's an option. All of them are Washingtons. Not me anymore. Did you upgrade or downgrade Logitech? Only 20% of the US population is in the western half, if I recall correctly. That sounds crazy to me. Because I feel like just California alone should be 20%. I'm on the East Coast now. Was it an upgrade or was it a downgrade? Also, the politics are atrocious. The politics of Seattle does look kind of fucking abhorrent. California, Oregon, Washington, and Arizona are like the only states in the western half that people live in. Yeah. Does Nevada count as west? It does. I just don't think it has that high of a population. There's a lot of western states like Idaho, Montana, Nevada, that's like, there's not that many people there. Vegas? The thing is, Vegas is a city, and outside of, like, Las Vegas, there's fucking nothing there. It's a fairly populated city, but, like, you look at California, and, like, the whole thing has got people. I need to move out of my parents and out of this toxic environment so badly. Nevada might as well be called Las Vegas. Don't know for sure. The new house hasn't been finished yet, so I'm in a rental. Oh. I had to do that for a bit. I think it was when... Shit, was it when we moved to Colorado? I think when we moved to Colorado, we spent like 4 or 5 months in a rental, and then we moved into our house. Nevada has about 3.1 million. So that's 1% of the country. Less than 1%. Yeah? I feel like most of my moves in my life have been a downgrade, but I do have fiber here, which I didn't have in Washington. That's crazy to me that you didn't have fiber in Washington. But that's a hella nice upgrade. Hopefully you have fiber when you get out of the rental and move to your place. Because I'll tell you right now, going from fiber to no fiber sucks ass. I was born in Southern California. I don't really remember much of it. I then moved to Northern California near the Redwood Forest. And that place was okay. Then I moved to Colorado. This was my favorite place to live. The air is dry, so I didn't have allergies. They got snow, but then it's sunny the next day, so it's like you're not freezing in the snow. Fucking Colorado was fucking nice. Then I went to California and I hated it. I was in Flower Valley, so my allergies were crazy bad. And it's sunny 11 months of the year, and I burn in 5 minutes of sunlight. I didn't burn in Colorado, but in California I burned and had sunburn all the time. I fucking hated it. And so I complained the whole time I was in California. Then I went to Missouri, and they have humidity. So just everything else is irrelevant, humidity makes it worse. They also have way worse bugs. It's hotter. Not necessarily sunnier, but it is like just because of the humidity, it's just, oh, it feels so gross. There's also rednecks. There's also just, I shouldn't complain about rednecks. There's also the weird rednecks in Missouri, and then also fake rednecks, which are arguably worse. After Missouri, I went to Dallas, and Dallas was a cool city. I liked living there when I was in an apartment and doing work from home work. But when I had to drive around Dallas, I fucking hated it. Driving in Dallas was so awful. And then, after Dallas, I went back to Missouri, which... it's okay. Fiber just got to some of the cities in Washington about 4 years ago. It's been a slow change. That's crazy to me. Because anytime you look at, like, average internet speeds ranked by state, Washington has always, like, fucking topped the charts. Washington was always, like, for the past 10 to 15 years, the state with the fastest internet. I'm guessing that their cities were just fucking kitted out, and a lot of their smaller cities and towns were kind of lacking behind, but... well done, Yulin, the Emperor of Dreams. I probably won't get fiber here for another year. Oregon doesn't count? Only 4 million? I feel like Portland would have a lot of people, but only 4 million, wow. A good 80% of my family's in or around Seattle. But I do make trips through the year. They're putting fiber in the rich areas first? Well, yes. That's typically how it goes. The switch to fiber is crazy expensive. In towns like mine, it takes some of the wealthier people to initiate the change. It is a heavy cost, but here's the thing, Violet. Once you have it in, it's very low maintenance. Maintaining fiber is actually, like, really inexpensive. All of the companies that, like, process internet, like, all the internet service providers, they could have had the entire country covered in fiber and been charging, like, $10 a month for fiber internet. It's not a money issue. It is just a how do we maximize profits issue. Hi, Shocky. You're wonderful and loved so much that I'm sending you a GIF in DMs. If I look Shocky, and it's a video of somebody washing their computer under a sink, or blowing out literal pounds of dust with with a leaf blower, that's going to invalidate your statement, Shocky. And that's going to make me feel like you actually don't like me. But I'll check it. I'll check it right now. This is a hate crime, Shocky. This isn't okay. What about beans in the PC? It is literally somebody washing a motherboard in their shower. On this point, I'm just become random generator of nicknames. The last time I lived in, the ISP guy mentioned that the only person in the town who could afford to put it in did the self-delete. Oh, Jesus. Ziply was slowly changing over all their copper lines to fiber. And the sad funny was that I used to get their ads for fiber all the time. Yeah, so the thing with copper is that the metal degrades. But even then, copper lasts for like 60 years. Once it's in, it's in. with fiber, it's better quality. It's cleaner, which is why you can go past 75 Mbps with fiber lines than you can with copper lines. And there's no degradation. There is literally, like, it doesn't have wear and tear from the light going through the fiber lines. And so long as nothing happens to it, a fiber line could literally last like 1,000 years. The only maintenance they have to do on fiber lines is like, oh, this drunk driver crashed into a telephone pole and knocked over and snapped the line. So now we need to take some out of the slack loop, cut it in 2 places, because where it's snapped, you can't just reattach it. You need to cleanly cut it at 2 points, and then like reattach those 2 points. And that will cause some degradation in the quality. A lot of technicians will tell you they can splice it so clean that there's no degradation. They're full of shit. There's always some degradation. But like if you had a well-protected line, you had a well-protected line, there's virtually no maintenance on them.
Oh, it is cringe, people.
There is heavy initial cost to putting fiber lines in, but literally it pays for itself so fast. Zuvi is not going to be in chat again, Violet. He is watching Koyo right now. Koyo has gone live as of 10 minutes ago. And if Koyo live, Zubi be there. LOL hug. Oh no, Hope stream is going well. I need to run noms. Okay, Shocky, get some good food. Gotta get it cleaned. That's a clean Mobo? No. I mean, if you dry it off after, it's fine. Sharky love fiber optic cables. Yeah, sharks get, like, attracted to the electrical pulses and fiber cables going across the ocean floor. And so sharks, like, try biting them all the time. And we're like, stop fucking biting the cables! Or the old guy who got an iPad. And when his daughter asked him how he liked it, he said he liked it a lot. Proceeds to cut wood on it and put it in the dishwasher in front of her. God. You can't do that. I think the first time I ever saw a video like that was, it was 2 wives that were part of a harem in the Middle East. And one of them was like, I'm gonna be the favorite tonight. I'm, you know, cleaning all of his favorite things. And she's washing a laptop in the sink with a sponge. And wife 2 was just like, oh, she's gonna get herself fucking killed. That's a... oh god, that's an old video. What are my plans for today? It's Thursday. There's nothing in particular planned. Oh god.
That's why it's Friday.
It is not. You're just at weird times.
Yes,
I guess. Yeah.
3 a.m.
Maybe in
Friday.
Maybe in Fantasyland it's Friday.
Yeah, maybe if you live in some, like, fantasy weird place where, like, everything's upside down. Yeah, it might be Friday.
Maybe I'm the right side up.
But you're
Oh.
not. No.
Oh yeah, that's
I
not
could
true.
be.
No. You
Oh,
couldn't
I
be.
could be.
No.
I was gonna say something, but
Friday for Japan. It's Friday for Australia, which is why for Kimmy it's 3 a.m. So when I'm like, what are my plans for Thursday? She's like, no, Friday. It's like, it's my Friday. I called off tomorrow to dog sit through, though, so probably no walkies. I should do some productive stuff. So I'm gonna record a video. It's Friday, nerd. The next video is Desolus. which I actually really like as a zone in Classic, despite most people hating it. I'll record Desolace. And then I gotta do some small things. I had to fucking set my phone bill to auto renewal because apparently it wasn't on auto renew when I set it up 3 months ago. And so I didn't have phone service for a day. Not that I really needed it, but I need to do small things like that. I have a list I just need to look at and go through. And then I think I want to get some... I really want to play Minecraft. I really need to get a bunch of spruce logs and finish that bridge. Other than that, though... do we take a nap? Is it time to end? Who all is live? How did I get here? One of the streams I had up. Oh, I know how I got here. But I actually know where we're going. But I'm gonna be responsible this time, and I'm actually gonna check what they're doing and how long they've been live. Okay. This person's at the end of a commission, so we're gonna go there. It's a really cool crusader looking lady. I will be right back though.
Okay.
Behavior. Look at me. Find a cool spot on the island. This looks pretty. Anchor World. Is Foss still here? I don't expect him to be. But he knows where we're going. With what little information I've given so far. Gale might also know. And let's see. You look pretty, bam. Hi, Ryan. Violent, have a good nap, sleep you. And other friends who joined for it. Ryan, do you have a house in Minecraft? I tried looking for it and I couldn't find one. I kind of knew the general area that it would have been in, but I didn't see it. Well, a starter hut on a hill? Okay, I'm gonna look for it again then. We are going to Andy LV. Little small farm next to it. Did I get the right one? I did. Andy is someone I've known for a while. They do a lot of Foss's emotes. They're very nice. So let's go see this commission they're working on. I'm turning Zubiesville into a marketplace? Hell yeah. That being said, thank you everybody for keeping me company. We did 5.3 miles today. A somewhat easier day. That being said... Oh, you're done already? Damn, thanks for stream. I am. I love you. Bye.